There has been a major update on Jamie Foxx's health condition as his family prepares for the worst. Also in a surprise twist, Tom Cruise and Shakira are now rumored to be dating. And Tom Holland has just opened up about his struggles with mental health and sobriety. First up, let's talk about what's been happening with Jamie Foxx and why people are getting seriously concerned. According to reports, his family and close circle of friends are now preparing for the worst. The actor continues to stay at the hospital 4 weeks after his medical complication that he suffered weeks ago while filming his latest comedy Back in Action. A source told Radar Online that Jamie's people are saying that he's doing okay and improving, while doctors try to get to the bottom of his problems. Quote, but he wouldn't be in a hospital this long if he was anything close to okay. So even though his family might be saying one thing, sources close to the situation are saying something else. While the nature of his health complication remains a mystery, it seems as though it's a lot more serious than we initially thought. When Jamie was first hospitalized, an insider gave us a little more information about what happened. They said it was touch and go for days with him, and he had to be revived. He is lucky to be alive. He is very lucky he got the treatment that he did. Jamie suffers from high blood pressure, which doctors say can cause clots in the brain leading to a stroke. Doctors believe this was a long time coming, and really, if they hadn't acted fast, he might as well have been a goner. So clearly his condition was pretty serious. And yes, add that to the fact that he's been in hospital for almost a month, and you can see why people are beyond worried. We still don't know the specifics of the situation, so the lack of information and general updates have led to a ton of speculation. There's also been conflicting reports about his health. Just last week, things sounded a lot more positive. We got word from his friends and family that his condition was improving. Jamie himself made an Instagram post saying that he appreciated all the love that he's received and that he was feeling blessed. He also gave a shout out to Nick Cannon for filling in on his hosting duties for the upcoming season of Beach Shazam. His post was met with a lot of support from fans, with thousands of encouraging messages in the comment section, but it was also met with a fair amount of skepticism. Some people attempted to guess what he might be going through, and others straight up said that they didn't trust the post. They wanted to be able to see his face and hear him speak before anything else. So many of Jamie's celebrity friends have stepped up to voice their support for him. Kevin Hart recently went on the Impulsive podcast with Logan Paul and said that while he doesn't know the exact details of the situation, he knows that he is recovering. He said, I think the dope thing is that we're all getting better in this situation, and everyone's prayers, everyone's love, energy, all that stuff is seen and felt. You just want the guy to get out of the situation and to get back home. About 2 weeks ago, Nick Cannon also gave an update on Jamie's condition. He said, I literally have been saying prayers out loud, words of affirmation for my big brother. I know he's doing so much better. He's awake, they say he's alert, so we love it. That's family right there. Martin Lawrence then spoke to Extra and said that he hears Jamie is doing better as well. Quote, my prayers go out to him every night and just wishing the best for him. One of the best guys that we got in Hollywood. Not only one of the best entertainers, but a good person. Other celebrities like Kerry Washington, LeBron James, Courtney Cox, and John Legend also posted on social media, all sending him their thoughts and prayers. His daughter Kareen has also been posting on Instagram thanking everyone for their support. But you might be wondering, what's with all the secrecy? Jamie is one of the most beloved actors in Hollywood, so of course everyone wants to know how he's doing. The thing is that he's always liked to keep his personal life private. Just think about his past relationship with Katie Holmes and how little we knew about them as a couple, even though they were together for years, around 6 years to be exact. They were first linked in 2013, so not long after Katie's divorce from Tom Cruise in 2012. Stories about their relationship continued bubbling up, and by 2015, tabloids reported that they had started spending time at his LA home when she moved from New York. In 2017, they were snapped walking hand in hand down a Malibu beach, but the two of them never publicly confirmed that they were a couple, and they were never on the red carpet together either, except for the one time they posed for pictures together inside the Met Gala in 2019. So when you think about how much effort he went to in order to keep this relationship private, it's no wonder that he doesn't want to share his medical details with the public. Alright, so what on earth is going on between Tom Cruise and Shakira? The two of them were photographed hanging out together at the Formula One Grand Prix in Miami over the weekend. They spent some time together on the starting grid and were seen chatting in a private hospitality suite. A source then spoke to Page 6 and said he is extremely interested in pursuing her and there is chemistry there. Shakira needs a soft pillow to fall on, and that could be Tom. But that's not all. Apparently he was so taken by her that he sent her flowers. A video of them chatting in the VIP section has since gone viral on TikTok. As the news made its way across the internet, a ton of people put their 2 cents in about the potential relationship. So many fans were leaving comments telling her to run away and saying that Tom is just not good for her. Clearly most people don't approve of this potential relationship. relationship, although there were also a few jokes about it. Someone wrote, "He's going on an impossible mission to make sure those hips really don't lie." And if this does turn out to be true, Tom and Shakira will be one of the most unexpected couples to come out of 2023. They might even be more random than Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, or Taylor Swift and Maddie Healy, but there is a good reason why her fans feel so protective of her. As we know, Shakira just split up from her longtime boyfriend Gerard Piqué after allegations that he was having an affair with his now girlfriend Clara Chia. For months, news of Piqué's infidelity dominated the headlines. At one point, it was reported that Shakira found out about it thanks to a jar of jam, and that was enough to send fans into a tailspin. The story goes that she came home from a trip one day and discovered that some of the jam in her fridge had been eaten. This was a little sus given that Piqué doesn't actually like jam and neither do their kids. So of course there had to be one other person in the house who was dipping into the jam. The scandal culminated in the release of a savage diss track calling out everyone involved in the affair, even Shakira's own mother-in-law, who allegedly knew about it the whole time. Almost 1 year later, and Shakira is finally starting to feel like herself again. There's also another reason that fans don't want to see her with Tom Cruise, and it's fairly obvious. It all boils down to the fact that his history with women is not so easily forgotten. Though it's been over 3 decades, his marriage to Nicole Kidman is still one of the most talked about in Hollywood. As we know, it was far from perfect. Looking back on that time in her life, Nicole said that she felt isolated during her marriage and it was the loneliest that she's ever been. It was only after she left him that she really found her freedom. Think about that iconic photo of her leaving her attorney's office, jumping for joy after their divorce was finalized. Tom's divorce from Katie Holmes was even messier. The major reason for their split was Katie's aversion to raising their daughter Suri as a Scientologist. Eventually, Katie won sole custody, and to this day, it appears that Tom hasn't seen his daughter in years. In the end, he was awarded visitation rights, but he chose not to keep in contact with her regardless. In contrast, Shakira's separation hasn't defined her in the same way. If anything, she was met with an outpouring of support from fans and celebrities alike. Yes, it's been a tough year for her, but she also seems like she's done her fair share of healing since the breakup. She recently accepted the Woman of the Year award at the Latin Women in Music Gala, and when she took to the stage, she said, "There comes a time in the life of every woman where she no longer depends on someone else to love and accept herself just as she is. A time when the search for someone else is replaced by the search for oneself. A time when the desire to be perfect is replaced by the desire to be authentic, and where finding someone who is faithful is less important than being faithful to ourselves." So it sounds like she's positive about the future, and she has every reason to be. Alright, now let's talk about what Tom Holland just admitted. During a candid interview with Entertainment Weekly, he revealed that he's been sober for 1 year and 4 months. The 26-year-old actor talked about his personal milestone while promoting his upcoming Apple TV series, The Crowded Room. Tom plays an antisocial young man named Danny who gets arrested after an incident involving firearms. The show is based on the real crimes of Billy Milligan, who was diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. Tom admitted that it took a while for him to fully shake off the character, even after the series wrapped filming. In the end, working on the show forced him to re-examine his own mental health. He said, "Learning about mental health and the power of it, speaking to psychiatrists about Danny and Billy's struggles, has been something that has been so informative to my own life." Tom said that he's become better at recognizing his triggers and stresses, especially with certain things like social media. Even though the project had a positive impact on him, the heavy subject matter was difficult to deal with. Quote, "I'm no longer a stranger to the physical aspects of the job, doing the whole action movie thing, but the mental aspect, it really beat me up and it took a long time for me to recover afterwards, to sort of get back to reality." The actor recalled one moment when he felt the need to distance himself from his character after about 9 months of filming. He felt like he was seeing parts of himself in that character, which were also in his own personal life. He said, "I remember having a bit of a meltdown at home and thinking, I'm going to shave my head. I need to shave my head because I need to get rid of this character. And obviously we were mid-shooting, so I decided not to. It was unlike anything I had ever experienced before." Although he didn't specify exactly what substance he is abstaining from, he did say that he wanted to take a break from alcohol back in 2020. This is when he had a virtual appearance on Jimmy Kimmel during the pandemic. At the time, he was asked whether or not he was having any issues with his roommates during lockdown, and in response he said, "Not really, because we're drunk all the time." Although it came off as a joke, he followed it up by saying that he really wanted to stop drinking for at least a week. Apparently, he was very set on the idea until his friend Ryan Reynolds sent him a case of gin, which of course was Ryan's very own brand called Aviation Gin. So it's no wonder that it was so hard for him to say no to. Thankfully, Tom has his girlfriend Zendaya by his side throughout his sobriety journey. The two of them are still going strong more than 1 year after their relationship went public in September of 2021. The actors met while working on Spider-Man Homecoming back in 2016, and they played love interest Peter and MJ. They looked so good together on screen, and so naturally, romance rumors quickly followed. After years of dating speculation, they finally made their Instagram debut when Tom posted a photo of the two of them in a mirror. In the caption, he wrote, "My MJ, have the happiest of birthdays. Give me a call when you're up." A few months ago, an inside source close to the couple told Us Weekly that they're both in settling down mode and are absolutely planning for a real future together. So they're clearly taking their relationship very seriously. Fans were super excited with this development, as it seems like they were planning to tie the knot. It was also claimed that the pair had discussed marriage and children, and they both want the same things when it comes to starting a family. An inside source said, "Just like any other serious couple, they have talked about what their future holds, including getting married and having kids together. But he knows that she is not ready for that at the moment and that she is extremely focused on her career." In an interview with Teen Vogue in November, Tom confessed that he does plan on getting married and having children. He admitted that he is happy and in love, and also hinted that he might not commit his life to acting and maybe just focus on his family. But whatever happens, there's no doubt that Tom and Zendaya remain one of the most fan favorite couples ever. So what did you guys think about this story? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.